they're not going to tell you. They don't want to offend you. They don't want you to feel bad. But individuals who come out to say, oh, we feel that this is how things should be done, or they are trying to criticize you, or they are giving you a feedback about what you are doing, and they are talking about it. Listen more. You could make a lot of progress by listening. We had a conversation sometimes on this platform with the chairman of the PIC Works Committee and Development, Alagba Gabriel Oshoffa. And some of the silent points, I'll just talk about one, is the fact that the PIC Works Committee and Development, they always wait for allocation from the pastor or from the church before they can do development or work on development in Imeko. That's why Imeko is stagnant. That's why you get to Imeko this year, 2025, and 2025 wasn't going to be different from what you saw in 2024. And when you are at Imeko in 2023, whatever you see in Imeko in 2023 wasn't really going to be totally different from 2024, because there's going to be slow progress if the works committee, for instance, doesn't have independent way to mobilize resources for them to continue to work. I don't think they are supposed to be working when it's November, October, September, October. That's not when they are supposed to start working, But most times we always run around when it's like 3 months to the international convocation. The committee start running around. And of course, it's because that's when resources are going to be released to them, and that's when they are going to start working. That's not how things should be done. I think that works committee and development should be a very important committee, and they're supposed to have a way to get statutory allocation, rather without even waiting for PIC or ICC to allocate resources to them, without waiting for the pastor, without waiting for the church. There's supposed to be a statutory allocation that goes directly into their account so that they can continue to do their work in Imeko. Of course, it's even led by Engineer Gabriel Oshoffa, who is the son of the pastor founder. So are we doubting his credibility, or we do not have enough trust for that committee? We should be able to make that committee have independent resource mobilization to continue progress and development. Every institution or every public institution that is peaceful is always peaceful because there's development. If there's no development, there cannot be peace. So what I feel that should be done is that, like when people go for anointment, when you go for anointment, there are some statutory payment that you need to pay. For instance, you pay for your hymn book, you pay for some other things. There should be like a development fee that is going to be fixed, and that development fees, you need to pay it, whether you are taking your anointment in America or in UK or in Toronto, anywhere in the world. You're supposed to pay that development fee, and that development fee is supposed to go to the account of works and development. They are not an institution on their own, but of course they can be independent to mobilize resources. And of course, they are always very transparent and accountable. People see their breakdown. Every year, they do their breakdown of the income and expenditure and how they do things. And you can see in 2024, there was a construction that happened in the Imeko. You saw the culvert that they did, the drainage system, and they tied one part of the road. So we hope and feel that even from January 2025, they should have been at work. All those construction sites shouldn't close shop to be open in September. But those things are not happening, So instead, I don't know. Instead, when you go to Imeko for anointment, they ask you to pay some money to CE-Emmanuel Foundation. That's the pastor and his wife foundation. The foundation they opened. You remember they did the foundation sometimes. The pastor and the pastor's wife, which is CE-Emmanuel Foundation. I don't know what that foundation is doing. For me, I don't know. I don't know if other people have an idea. I've never seen them do any work in Celestia as far as we are concerned, aside from the fact that one time they donated money to one charity or one care home in UK. They gave money to that care home. I don't know why they did that, because those care homes get a lot of money from the government, from the state. They get so much money. But donating money, I don't know. Anyway, that is done. But aside from that, I've never seen what they do. I don't have an idea of what they do in Nigeria or in Benin Republic or in Togo, in any West African country, or even in US, in Canada. They register everywhere. They were registered in US, they register in UK, they register in Canada, they launch it in US, they launch it in UK, they launch it in Nigeria. They were doing series of launching everywhere, but we don't know what they are doing. We have never seen any physical intervention that they are doing. We have never seen them on the field. We have never seen them make any impact. There's no documentation to prove that they are doing something, because anything that is not documented does not exist. So if they are not sharing those information, it means they are not existing. So, but they make you pay a donation to that account. And I feel that it is totally wrong to encourage people or to make it mandatory or statutory payment. NGOs are supposed to be collecting voluntary donations and voluntary fund from individuals or donors who wish to give money to the NGO. No NGO is supposed to mandate people to pay money into their account. It is against the ethic and the code of conduct of NGO, international, both international and locally. It is against the ethic of NGO globally for you to force people to make contributions to your organization. We are not in a military regime. So I see no reason why that foundation should be collecting money. I don't really see the reason. Anyway, but the way, people make money. It's part of the calculation of the anointment fee that you pay in Nigeria. But the works and development, they are not getting any money. They will always wait. One Ganosile by November, December, they'll start running around. And construction takes a lot of time. Some of those projects they are doing is like capital projects that takes time. Some of them it takes about 3 months to complete them, like the road construction. If you really want to do a good job, and some of the things that they were doing, constructing the culverts, fixing them and all of those things. Those engineering work takes, a month, 2, 3, depending on the resources availability and the material that is available for them to work, and the number of labor that you are mobilizing to the site. Those are some of the factors that can affect the duration or the timeline for deliverables of those projects. So if they don't have money to work, they are not going to do any magic. At least engineer Gabosh is not going to use his personal resources to be tying the roads in Imeko. It's going to be garbage in, garbage out. Whatever resources you give to that committee is what you are going to get. And that committee should be a committee that needs to be financed all the time. They need to. So instead of donating money to Pastor Emmanuel Foundation, the pastor's foundation, the money a statutory money should be going to development of the church. And then we should be able to hold them accountable. We should be able to drag them and say, yes, you have resources, this amount of money they are pumping into your committee. We want to see the physical impact. We want to see the work. We want you to tell us how you spending this money. Those are people we should be channeling our efforts to. But the church as an institution does not even have a stream of income. Many people are paying their IKMI directly to the pastor's account. Many people are paying their pastoral return to the pastor. Like harvest period, when you do harvest, are we not supposed to share some amount of that contribution or the harvest return to the church account? It should go to the church account, but right now I think that has changed. It's going to the pastoral account. The pastor is going to be richer than the church. And in a situation where the pastor is richer than the church cannot make progress. The church cannot develop. So those are the points or the things that I feel that international conference can help to address. Because of this national conference, it's more like local parishes coming together and everybody know each other. We're not going to say the truth. We can't tell the truth to each other. There are things that you cannot say, If you want to say it, you are looking at your boss or you are looking at your shepherd. You can't say it. But once it's an international conference where you have other people coming from different countries, everybody will be able to speak out and then we'll see. Let me take this contribution. What do you think of the rumor that Nigerian diocese is being left behind during the unification process? Or is it just for Supreme Headquarters and International Headquarters only? Well, it's not a rumor. It's a statement of fact. The Nigerian diocese was left behind. However, if you check the terms and reference of the committee that was set up, part of their responsibility is to ensure that they reach out to all other factions. So it's their terms of reference to reach out to Nigerian diocese and every other factions so that they can see how they can integrate them back into the into the process. So what is happening right now is a unification committee. That is what is being set up. It's not like unification on itself. It's a process. And the committee are the one that is going to do the job. And the committee is being headed by two chairmen, the Pastor E.M.F. Oshoffa and Pastor Adeogun. Those are the two chairmen of that committee. So they are not going to be left out totally. They are going to be discussed. People are going to discuss with them. The committee is still going to reach out to them when it gets to that point. Let's be very patient, because for me, I'm optimistic that when I saw that terms of reference, it was the most beautiful thing that I appreciate in the whole thing. When I saw that they have a responsibility to reach out to other fashions who are not, so that they can bring them together, so that everybody, so it's going to be a series of dialogue upon dialogue, and the process will continue. That's what I feel. They gave 20 million in support of Ogun State government during COVID era. I think it's part of the foundation. No, that's not part of the foundation. It's the church that gave 20 million naira. It's Celestial Church of Christ that gave that money. It's not the foundation. The foundation have not even been registered or set up as at then. So they are not the one doing that. They didn't do that. It's the church account that was used to do that. Yes. All right. So let's think ahead and think straight of what we need to do. Let me even talk about this. Yes. So there was this information that came out in 2024, because that's registration for the foundation was done in 2020. I guess it was done from 2023. Yeah. 2023 and 2024. That is what's the foundation. What's even expected of Pastor E.M.F. Foundation? So let's get this. Pastor E.M.F. Oshoffa launched the CE-Emmanuel Oshoffa Foundation for the Needy. The first launching was done Saturday. Okay, no, not the first launching. The launching in Nigeria was done on Saturday, 27th of April, 2024, at Celestial Theological Seminary, Kilometer 53, Lagos Ibadan Expressway. The CE-Emmanuel Foundation for the Needy was duly registered with Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, with register number 190268, and they have a certificate against money laundering that was registered as well, SC 251416582. We actually went to extract those information out. We brought it out. We did the findings. They register as a non-profit organization to provide support for the less privileged in Nigeria, and register as a charity in United Kingdom. They also register in the United States of America. So the vision belongs to His Eminence, Reverend Emmanuel Oshoffa, and his amiable wife, Mother Celestia Celine Oshoffa. The mission of the CE-Emmanuel is to alleviate poverty and hardship among the less privileged in the society. I really have not seen them do anything, even for this mission is even too broad. Alleviate suffering and hardship, poverty among privileged, less privileged in society. The society is large. The society is big. Why not concentrate it even among Celestial Church members? There's so much poverty going on in the church, and the body of Christ need that support, especially widows and orphans of clergies in the church, and other people who are members of the church. So anyway, those are the things that they're supposed to do. The foundation will be working with state and federal. They should be working with the state and federal Ministry of Women Affairs, Poverty Alleviation, local and international donors, to engage with them and engage with the community to support young people, elderly, women, and the girl child through education, medical aid, and financial assistance. I've not seen them do anything anyway. The foundation believes that less privileged in our society have right to be served with empathy, dignity, and respect as they strive to survive and meet up with everyday challenges. Anyway, the foundation is existing on the Facebook, and it's just on the paper. They have not really manifested the reason why they were formed. So, yeah, the foundation will be working with celestials and non-celestial members all over the world to achieve the mission of the organization through generous donation, collaboration, and effective participation. The foundation was launched at CCC Elephant Akanstu Parish on Saturday, 9th of September 2023, And this foundation will provide empowerment initiatives, skill acquisition, and financial assistance to shepherds, widows, shepherds, orphans, and vulnerable children within and outside Celestial Church of Christ, as well as our parish host communities. This initiative will benefit the target audience irrespective of their age, their sex, their religious belief, denomination, tribes, or languages. Beautiful. It's even beautiful that there's no discrimination among this intention anyway. Community engagement, advocacy visit, and program intervention will soon commence, and everyone will be notified accordingly. God bless Pastor E.M.F. Oshoffa and his wife, MC Celine Oshoffa, for this great initiative. So that was posted on CRC on April 28, 2024. It's over a year that information was posted online, but this foundation have not done anything till today. So the foundation was launched on the 27th of April 2024 in Nigeria, and the foundation, see, look at the foundation. So they have a beautiful idea, they have a good intention, but manifestation is something else. We are not seeing the manifestation, and they've done a lot of fundraising both in UK, in Canada, and in US, and as well in Nigeria, but we hope that they will start, because our own responsibility is to call on them, to remind them. Maybe they forgot that they register a charity organization. We need to remind them. Pastor E.M.F. Oshoffa and Pastor E.M.F. Oshoffa's wife, Mama Celine, register NGO, and you're supposed to use that NGO to reach out to the poor, the needy. Those are the things you say you want to do. And you've been collecting money from everybody that come for anointment. Amioro in Imeko, they were contributing compulsory and statutory payment to the NGO, which is illegal. But anyway, even while all those money have been going to the NGO, we don't know the office of the NGO. We don't know where they are existing. We don't know what intervention or program they are carrying out. So we hope that this NGO will not end like the way SBJ Oshoffa Foundation ended. Because SBJ Oshoffa Foundation was also established when Papa died. Some years after Papa died, they did that NGO, SBJ Oshoffa Foundation. But since then, I've been asking that question in different WhatsApp platforms, and people are like, oh, don't worry. There's no question that is too sensitive. We need to ask. And from feedback, Baba Banjo is a member of the board, or the board chair of that NGO. So even before they start having issues with Pastor E.M.F. Oshoffa, I don't know what that NGO is doing. For me, I don't know. At least all of us on CRC, we have never seen any intervention, any program, any deliverable that was done by SBJ Oshoffa Foundation. And that foundation is existing. And there are board of directors on that foundation. And up to now, I've never seen them. If you Google, just type the name SBJ Oshoffa Foundation, it will give you an address here in United States. It will give you an address maybe in K2 in Nigeria. Those are the only thing you see online. You will never see any picture, any reports, or any evidence of program or meetings or anything done by SBJ Oshoffa Foundation. So instead of thinking on how to revitalize SBJ Oshoffa Foundation that can be globally accepted by celestials all over the world, and everybody can be contributing, and then let's see how you can transform, let it be effective, let it be working for people. I don't know what their mission or their vision is, but they are supposed to be strengthened so that they can deliver more. But nothing is happening. Instead, we have Pastor E.M.F. Oshoffa and his wife form their own foundation, and now they are making people to contribute money into that foundation. But up to now, since 2023, that foundation have been registered in Nigeria, we have never seen anything that foundation is doing. But they are collecting money from people in Imeko. It's totally wrong. It shouldn't be happening anyway. So that is the only contribution I want to make. I think because it's technical, you won't see a lot of people here, because I mean, people love other discussion that's like gossip and so many things like that. So, but today I just feel like we should do this intelligent contribution about way forward recommendations and what we need to do differently. So I also use this opportunity to appeal to all the dioceses in diaspora, especially Canadian dioceses, US dioceses, and UK dioceses. When you are organizing your conference next time, even if you don't want to do, you don't want to call it an international conference, please extend invitation to people who are in diaspora, people who are in Benin Republic, in Togo, people who are in Nigeria, in Ghana, and all other countries. Let it be open. Let people be able to come in. Let them be able to register. Let them get the invitation letter. Let them be able to come to participate. Such opportunity is something we need to leverage upon as a church, because it will rather be a better advantage, and it will place the participant at a better advantage if they have opportunity to come visit and be part of the discussion panel that you want to have, be it in UK, be it in US, be it in Canada. Let us extend hands to the members of our church back in Nigeria, in other countries. Let them have opportunity to participate, to come and be part of the conference that we are organizing, so that we can have a cross learning from with them and from them. And that's one thing I want to talk about. And as well, the music directorate or the choir directorate in across all of those countries, they can also organize their conference by themselves. There was a time that the U.S. National Diocese Choir Directorate organized a conference here in United States of America. If you want to plan that next time, extend invitation to our central choirs or other choir members that are in Nigeria, in Benin Republic, across other countries. Let them come. Let them be able to participate. We can learn from them. They can learn from us. That's something that we need to do as a church, because I see other denominations, they always extend hands to other people. They always make a comprehensive and detailed convention, and they encourage other people who are in diaspora or in other countries to participate. That will go a long way in helping to restructure and reposition. And I mean, cross-fertilization of idea is the key word. That's something that we need to look at. So as a result, let's bring choir members from Nigeria who are members of the central choir. They can participate in our music or choir convention that we want to do next time. And it will go a long way, you know. So those are some of the things. All right, so today we are going to call it a day at this point. We'll call it a day and then we'll go. All right. Ọba ìmọ́lẹ̀, ọba ayérayé, ológo dídán jùlọ, wájú ẹni tí kékeré nínú ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí ó lè súnmọ́ tó fi fẹ́ pé ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ láti rògbò rẹ̀. Thank you very much for now. Have a wonderful day. Bye.